All right, welcome back everybody to the analyst desk here. We got West Broadway Grillers taking on Red Sun in our first amateur playoff matchup. This is the semifinals. This is a best of 7, so get hyped. Throw some emotes in the chat. Throw out your channel point predictions. Let's get ready to go. And as these teams get ready to play, IPS and Stormy, help the fans out. What team should they be predicting in this matchup here? You can see a little bit of their team stats. Red Sun, West Broadway Grillers. Who are you guys taking in this matchup, and what is the scoreline going to be in this best of 7? IPS, go ahead. I'll kick it to you.
I'm thinking, well, right. You know, Red Sun went 5-3, but in reality, they should be 6-2 right now because they gave a set to Symphony. And I believe in that set against Symphony, they would have won that. But other than that, they are 5-3 currently. You know, they just came off a recent low ink win. They don't have a lot of KOs. You know, they usually play till the end of the game, but they do end up coming out with the wins and they have a pretty decent amount of kills per minute. You know, around this, they actually have the second least amount of deaths per minute and one of the highest specials per minute. So they definitely are more of a special heavy team compared to, for example, Xylo or West Broadway. They do have a slightly bit more. But, you know, West Broadway 7-1, 21-6. The only loss was to Xylo. And, you know, I'm thinking here.
What's the scoreline? Yeah, give us the scoreline.
I'm thinking we could go to Game 7 here towards Red Sun. That's what I'm thinking.
Ooh, 4-3 Red Sun. All right, Stormy, what are your predictions here? Oh, Stormy's dead. All right.
All right, yeah, it happens.
I'll give my predictions. I'm going to go the exact opposite of IPS. I'm going to say 4-3 to West Broadway Grillers. I'm saying it's the run back. They did it in the regular season. They got the 3-2 victory in that best of 5. It was a super close series, so I'm expecting another super close series. I am slightly worried that Devi isn't able to play for them today, but I still think they might pull out the magic, guys. They have a chance. So Stormy sounds like he's back. So Stormy, what is your prediction? You're the tiebreaker.
I'm predicting 4-2 Red Sun.
4-2 Red Sun. All right. So 2 predictions to Red Sun, a prediction to West Broadway. Pretty similar here in the channel point chat. We got almost 12,000 to West Broadway Grillers and 19,000 to Red Sun. So slight edge to Red Sun. It sounds like people are giving for this first semi matchup. We are going to the first map and mode, Rainmaker on Starfish main stage of all things to kick us off for game number 1. Red Sun taking on West Broadway Grillers. First team to 4 wins in this series will be going to the finals against whoever wins in Xylo and Symphony right after this match. We are ready for game number 1. Let's get into it. It is time for the playoffs.
All right, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On Rainmaker Starfish main stage, one of those maps where when you get wiped once, you are going to get snowballed real hard. And looking at both of these comps, we see coming from WBG, I believe that is a Pro Splash, Rapid, and K-Shot. Meanwhile, on the side of Red Sun, we see that famous Octobrush, and followed by that Zap Jr. and the Nautilus, which means one side is running double armor, while the other side opting for a more, you know, kind of unique comp with that Booyah Bomb Rush, and that Rapid there. So already a trade for both sides as Beam here, I think, going in, getting that pick. He's getting that pick onto the K-Shot already. WBG is going to have to back up a little as Red Sun's already going to grab the Rainmaker Stormy.
Yeah, indeed. And Red Sun, we talked about how Rainmaker's the best mode. They push us so fast and aggressively. You see Beam come out, get 2 picks. And this is going to be really hard for Broadway to defend. They got to get special to help them defend. They already popped 2 of their special and 2 of them already go down. This could be trouble to get on top of the Rainmaker now.
And I believe someone on that top right there, I think Sam just got the pick on the Rainmaker, just clutching it out while the rest of the team is clean up the rest of them. So a push to 54 on this map is definitely not enough, Stormy, as WG still kind of camping for this Rainmaker, making sure that, Red Sun doesn't go for those kind of cheese plays, which might be expected of them.
Yeah, indeed, and it is a smart thing that West Broadway is playing a little bit defensive here, but you don't want to play too defensive against Red Sun because they'll make you pay for it. They'd be like, if you don't want to push, then we're going to push. So West Broadway kind of needs to play a little bit more aggressive with themselves too, and don't get stuck in situations right here. So that way they can find a way to win this game and find openings. And if you're not going to push, Red Sun's going to do this right now. They refuse to push it now. They're going to make them pay for it.
Yeah, Tina here on this hammer, I believe got 2 picks there. It's going to put so much pressure on WG. We're getting a KO, but it only gets down with the 3, although they do get a pick on Toxic here. Now with this Jet, maybe trying to keep the pressure going. Carly going to take the down beam there just in time. And I believe Sam there, grab the Rainmaker to get out. And Carly, with that double, is going to at least save the game for WBG, though. Just Red Sun already pushing to 3. 3 minutes left in this game. Right now, WG needs to stop. They need to push themselves. They got to stop letting Red Sun run all over them.
Yeah, and no surprise here at all seeing Red Sun push to 3. We've seen them in low week go bonkers on this map, and now West Broadway themselves need to push them aggressively and find a way to make a counter push. But Red Sun just seems way too aggressive for them, and they're finding themselves in 2v3s, 3v1s, and they keep going down. And it'd be interesting to see what Red Sun does here. Will they keep playing aggressive and go for a KO, or will they play a little bit more defensive but just stall out in the middle? We'll see.
I think it is Red Sun we're talking about here, though. Definitely keep going aggressive, trying to get picks with this Rainmaker here as well. But they definitely got to be careful because they don't want to get wiped in a really bad situation. As I say that, guess which team actually got wiped? Pretty much.
West Broadway.
West Broadway. Just Red Sun. We just see them going in. They go for picks. They just put on so much pressure. They're not even pushed with the Rainmaker anymore. They're using that as a weapon of destruction as well. And this is really tough enough for OVG. They got to find a way to get back in here. They do have missiles and Booyah Bomb at the ready, which they do pop one of them. Maybe we might see a Booyah Bomb as well soon, as OVG needs to find a way to get in here, Stormy.
Yeah, indeed. And it just seems that over the past months, it just seems that wrestlers got better and better. I think one player I'm going to talk about a forward wrestler who has gotten better is Beam. Beam has just gotten really good. But, as I'm saying that, they do get wiped. This could be trouble.
Yeah, right now, Digging needs to push. As one does go down, though, they might be able to get 2 here. That Booyah Bomb, though, is going to get them the lead.
No, we got the lead.
Clutch from Beam on 75. It's going to stop it from getting the lead right on 4.
I was just talking about him. Beam got so good, he just clutched up right there. Beam is an amazing player, an amazing slayer slash support, and he's going to do what he can to make sure get that win. What a save. My God.
Save Aaron Delta here. Yo, gonna get a good triple on the Rainmaker.
My triple with the Rainmaker.
Red Sun is just playing different right now. Even though WG got that push to 4, Delta, Beam with the clutch. Now Delta with a triple on the Rainmaker. Now Red Sun is putting the pressure on once again. And, WBG definitely had an opportunity, like a window there where they saw, right, these guys pushing a bit too much. We have to stop them for once. We got to do that again to get back in. And, Beam, though, gonna get another pick on Sam. He's just doing whatever he wants right now. He's gonna actually jump out here, but, Stormy, WG there really got that lead because they actually punished Red Sun. And if they can do that again, they might get another shot, but it seems like Red Sun is learning from their mistake and kind of making sure to be a bit more calm coming into this. As I say now, Tina does go down, though. So does Beam as well. Maybe we might see 3 go down here. This is now nearly a 3-0 situation, and the Rainmaker is gonna start pushing up, though.
It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close here. 10 seconds left. Booyah Bomb does come out.
Tina,
though, coming on the flank, I believe. This is going to go down, though. Bombs coming from Red Sun here. They're ready for super win and an inkjet shot. Going to end the game there. And already, game 1, Red Sun going to take it. And we already got a set on our hands.
That was such an amazing game, Ips. Like, oh my God. I want to give a little bit of credit to West Broadway because the teams push up. I gotta give a credit to like Red Sun though, because West Broadway pushed back in so fast and almost took the lead. And normally what teams do is get scared, play defensive. Red Sun said, heck no, we're still gonna push up on y'all.
That was so dang close. What a kickoff to the playoffs. Both teams almost with a KO. And I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if I hit the right button here, but let me try this last second push here on the replay. This was crazy. I mean, they had the coverage, they had the booyah bomb. They just had no way to get up. Sam just didn't have the paint there, and they were stopped 1 point short. Guys, that is heartbreaking.
Tina and Bean just worked together to get that kill on a Rainmaker. And I thought they had the lead. I'm like, God dang, they had the lead. They just took it back like that. But no, Red Sun said, no, we're not going to let y'all get this lead. You got to work harder, you know? And Red Sun turned out to win that game.
I mean, crazy stuff. Sometimes, I mean, that's what I love about Splatoon. It's all these hype moments that come down usually to these just 1 point differentials. And man, oh man, that is huge. And we've seen this before. Actually, this reminds me specifically of this set between West Broadway and Red Sun in the regular season, where I think actually West Broadway won, I think it was game 3 by 1 point, helping them get to that game 5 victory. So obviously this is only game 1, but Red Sun off to a good start here. We're taking that one away.
You know, pretty much, there was only one moment where WBG actually, punished Red Sun's aggressiveness, and that's when they got the 4 there. But, Beam and Tina did not want to get caught up with their mistakes, and they just clutched it there. And, right after that, we saw Delta get a triple with a Rainmaker.
That was crazy.
Using that thing as a weapon. And I think one major thing right now, Red Sun is just playing so aggressive. And they've only been punished once, and it was in that moment. So maybe they might now be a bit more careful. But in general, until West Broadway completely shuts down their hyper-aggressiveness, they're just going to keep going in. They're going to keep going in. They're going to keep getting kills. They're going to keep making pushes. Because if WBG ain't going to do anything about it, what's stopping them? What's stopping them to just roll over people?
Well, let's see if they can do it. We are ready for game number 2. This is going to be Tower Control on Ink Block Art Academy. Just as you're saying, IPS, can West Broadway Gorillas shut down the aggressiveness of Red Sun? Let's find out and see if they can get us to a tied series.
All right, Tower Control, Ink Block. Another map where things get really bad really quickly. And looking at both comps from these teams, we do see, of course, usually, as per usual, pretty much same comp coming out from Red Sun, although we do see a K-Shot and Octopus Navo switch, which does mean double missiles. Meanwhile, on the side of West Broadway, we see the Sam Charger coming out, and I believe that's a Zap and Machine coming out also from West Broadway. Armor ready coming out for them. They do get the pick on the Zap, and Armor comes out now for Red Sun. Maybe Ami here looking for a pick on this Machine. Is going to get it. That's already 2 down.
Oh, good.
Side of West Broadway. And just Red Sun gonna already start this push, Stormy.
Yeah, and I gotta commend Red Sun there with the coordination there. Both 2 people going left, pinching them in, letting Admiral get that splat, put them in a really good situation here, and they are still in a pretty good situation here, but the raid does come out, so maybe will stall out the push. But Red Sun, such an aggressive team, do not falter against things like that. They will use the missiles at their advantage. And just look at Bean here, just going up and try to take out the flank, but people do go down, and so we'll see what West Broadway has in store for the second push.
Yeah, Beam here gonna have to hard back as Carly and Sam gonna try to push him, and now it's actually gonna be a WBG push here. They missiles actually do come out from Red Sun, and the Zap does go down here, and already just the aggressiveness from Red Sun is just push WBG back. We see Tina just moving around. It's gonna go down there though to Sam, and Sam here maybe trying to make it another shot here right now. He is playing backline for this team, as Debbie's not here right now, and right now not finding really any shots. Zap does go down the side of Red Sun. They are currently have someone on their
nice,
and the machine getting a nice angle there onto Admir. And it's going to be a really strong opportunity for WBG to start getting a push in here. Missiles do come out from Beam. Toxic going to take this back here. Maybe going to look for a pick. Is maybe going to be able to get it. He's going to force Delta to back up. Admir around the corner looking for that pick maybe. Admir struggling to get that pick on Toxic on that top right. We see Delta coming in to help now, and Stormy WBG's not even getting a lot of kills, but they're just pushing in.
Yeah, they are just pushing. They set us up aggressive, but 2 do go down immediately with the bomb. But what they did there, they took out Admir immediately, and they got past that checkpoint. So really good job there by West Broadway. They took out Admir, and as soon as they took out Admir, they just started going. Admir is such a big threat on Red Sun, and I think West Broadway has figured that out. And so now they will do anything in their power to shut him down.
Yeah, and already we see Tina and Beam jumping to that beacon in the bats of WBG and getting punished for that play. And, now Rush, you're going to drop again, maybe looking for a pick. It's going to get armor here, but it's still pretty much stuck in the corner as WG got the checkpoint. Now they're just playing a little bit defensive. They don't want to give an opportunity for Reds to just go in and snowball extremely hard. And so they do get the pick on the Zap on the left side, though. Might be able to get another pick on the other two on left here. They do get the pick on the splash, so now 2v2 situation. Here's one in the corner, Beam taking him over one against the machine, but Toxic though, clutching that out. Gonna get the pick. Amir now stuck on his own. He's gonna have to back up here, or he's gonna get taken out himself. And WBG right now just punishing the aggressiveness of Reds, and especially Beam, who's trying to come in and make some plays, but it's getting shut down, Stormy.
Yeah, Beam is a really good K-Shot player, and they're just shutting him down specifically. And I like the defensive position West Broadway's in, but be warned, you can't hold defense forever. West Broadway needs to push up. They need to push up so they can shut Red Sun down. If they just give Red Sun a little bit of breathing room, like right now, they're going to make a big push here.
Yeah, although Ray is at the ready for WBG, so they're just waiting to stop that.
Doesn't matter, there's 2 down.
Yeah, Ray with 3 down is not that good. You know, Sam right now struggling to find anyone with it, and
Pop the armor.
yeah,
not gonna work.
Pop gun from Delta as well. You know, the splash are going to be canceled. You might be seeing a lead story. That's a wipe on the side of WBG, and Ray is going to take the lead. They're just going in their spawn.
Oh, is Tina in spawn? Is Tina in spawn?
They're all in spawn, bro. They are saying, nah, you ain't even getting out. And finally, though, WG does get out here, but Zap's gonna go down again. And Red Sun right now is gonna try to keep pushing his tower. Amir looking for another pick here. They are gonna get this last checkpoint. Now with 11 points left, just WG can't even find a footing. Just Red Sun keeps stepping on that gas. They ain't letting it go. Being getting another pick down there. Stormy, this is insane.
Just live it in the fast lane. They're not gonna stop pushing, but West Broadway was able to stop their push, and that was such a good push. And Adamir is still alive and is falling into the push. And it's just like I told you that you can't play defensive all the time against Red, so they'll make you pay for it. And just as I said, that they get the pick and get the push going. Oh my God.
Amazing push by Red Sun. They went right up in that spawn, but now they are in the defensive though. WBT does have 4 special on the right. They have only 10 seconds left. They got to get past 40. They got to get that checkpoint. They got a KO to win this. And right now, they do pop armor. Maybe slightly alert. They can't find a pick with this. Overtime now starts. Delta and Amir Beam. They're just playing defensive. You know, but as I said, though, they do get punched for it. Amir is going to go down. And
just got on the tower.
I believe T got the flank there and took tower. And game 2 goes to Red Sun. Just... You know, they were like, oh, you can't lead? But nah, let's just go into your spawn. Get out of our game, they said.
They just went all the way up there. Tina just went all the way up there. Tina gave and did not care at all. I said, I'm in your spawn. I'm shorting your shield. I know I can't kill you, but I'm still going to do it.
It feels just like Red Sun's just doing whatever they want. You guys talked about the momentum coming riding high off of low ink. It seems like, man, they don't give a care about West Broadway right now. They are just going full out. I love to see it. They are on fire, guys.
Yeah, for real, dude.
It's crazy because I just said at that moment is that I like the position West Broadway was in. They were playing a little bit defensive, but I said that you can't always play defensive against a team like Red Sun. You can't, because they'll make you pay for it. And what happened? They made them pay for it.
Oh yeah. When they got that wipe on West Broadway, you know, most teams wouldn't even push up the spawn, but Red Sun just so quick to get up in there, and you know they were just, you know, like West Broadway was getting spawn camped. They were getting casual turf war spawn camped.
It's
you know,
not
that
a great,
was
not a great picture.
Yeah, and you know, now 2 games down, West Broadway has gotta find a way to get back in here. You know, you lost the first game by 1 point. You got spawn camp second game near the end. All right, whatever. Just you gotta reset, get back into this set. You know, come into this third map here. You know, maybe find something. Think of a comp that you know can just stop Red Sun. And just the main thing, right? WG right now, I think, is worrying too much about not letting Red Sun get a footing. Because if you let Red Sun get a footing, they just go in. But I think they're worrying too much to a point where they're only really playing defensive and doing little small pushes. What you want to do is you want to stop the footing of Red Sun and make your own. You want to set your own foot down and put them off balance. That's what you want to do against Red Sun. Yeah. Because if you just try to put them off balance the whole game, they'll eventually get their foot down, and you won't have your foot down, and you're just going to get swamped.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of. I agree. They need to go for the throat right now because they are down 2-0 in this best of 7 with a team that has a ton of aggression, a ton of momentum right now. West Broadway's. We're getting into game number 3, Splat Zone Skipper Pavilion. They need to get the job done. Red Suns is subbing out Tina for Vertigo. I'm assuming for that 10th play here on Splat Zones. We'll see if it pays off. West Broadway starting to get on the back foot. They need to get back into the series. They need a win in game number 3 to not go down to match points. So let's jump into it and see if they can pull it off here on Splat Zones.
All right, we're now going to Skipper Pavilion Splat Zone, the Sacred Splat Zones map of Spam. As I say that, we do see Admiral switch from the Not to the Mini, iconic for Missile Spam. Delta on that Junior for the Armor Spam. Beam on that Splash for the Bomber Spam. And Vertigo with the Curling Rush on this map, which is pretty popular here. We're on the side of West Broadway Grillers. We see the K-52 for that Booyah Bomb, Foil Squeezer for that Insta Pop Bubbles, and they do copy the Splash on the side of Red Sun. And speaking of Splash Red Sun goes down. Beam right down here. Also Takeout goes down. Actually 2 down on the side of Red Sun. And already WBG making a statement to try to turn around this with a decent start here at Stormy.
Yeah, indeed, and I don't know if I agree with this comp change coming on the side of Red Sun. It seems like they have no range, while on the side of West Broadway, they have a 52 gal, K52 gal, I may add, and a Squeezer, which can do a lot of damage. If Red Sun want a chance to win this game, they just have to be super aggressive and pop the specials accordingly. And as I said, they are going to be able to do that and probably take that zone.
Yeah, they are going to get the cap here. They also got 2 picks with that, and now, you know, the rest of WBG trying to back up here. Carly trying to shark, but we're going to find a route, but taking it as a bait. Gem is going to get that pick on the 10. He's going to be able to hold this position. He is not moving for the members of Red Sun. And this is what I'm talking about. WBG has to stop letting Red Sun run over them. You know, Gem, just getting these plays, he's going to get 1 pick, maybe 2 here on that jump. Not going to get 2 on the jump. And Beam here now on his own. Maybe looking for a clutch.
Gonna get 1 on Toxic.
And Beam is just different right now. It's going to help us see the cap in the zone once again. And right now, Stormy, this is a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. Both teams are just getting a bunch of kills. And right there in the situation, Beam should be dead. Beam should not be breathing right there. And because they allowed Beam to breathe, he was able to clutch up and get the zone back for him. And now they're the ones being pushed back as we speak. They're probably going to get wiped with these missiles coming in.
Yeah, it's yet though. 1 does go down. This 2 actually. 3 with the situation right now. Vertigo with this curling rush. Gonna get a pick with it. Maybe 2 Toxic in the team are back up. And that curling rush on this map is busted. It's gonna shut down that push completely coming for WBG. And just the last person for WBG left here, that K52 is gonna go down for not jumping. Not gonna get punched for that. And Red Sun now with control. They have bombers to the ready. Delta nearly with armor too. They're just gonna try hold here. Gem gonna pop this missiles. Armor does come out for Red Sun. Big team fight about to come in here with those bubbles coming out right now. Red Sun needs its own. Trey coming in between Vertigo and Jet. Don't cap go inside WBG now. 1v2 situation. Beam maybe looking to make a clutch play here. Not gonna probably get it though. Is gonna try to jump back. Beam just a slippery snake here, getting the kills, jumping out, not giving a crap. And now Vertigo gonna be charging his curling rush again in Stormy. Right now, Red Sun gonna be looking to get back in again, and WBG really struggling right now against Beam.
I wouldn't say that. Red Sun needs to be careful because if they end up going down here, this could be a game, and West Broadway could end up winning this game. So they need to be careful, put it in accordingly. Maybe something's for getting lead, and it looks like they might be able to do that. But when they get it back into with his own switch, yes, they will.
Yeah, and once again, you know, Carly on this splash, gonna get 2 picks, but maybe a triple here. Gonna decide not to that fight against the Mini and opt to maybe help their teammate paint zone suit. But Carly right now gonna get rushed by 2 members, I believe, of Red Sun. I said though, Admiral just goes down on top hit. Beam and Carl. Carly right now, not really much gonna happen here. Zone cap is on the side of WBG right now. Red Sun gotta be careful once again. They can't get wiped here. Bubbles do come out maybe a bit early. They do get popped, and Armor is the race side of Red Sun Stormy, as right now they're gonna try to make a push in.
Maybe a little bit too much of an early armor pop. It might cost them as we speak. Pop armor way too early. If they don't get zone here, this could be a game. And they do keep control of the zone, but don't give that armor pop. But you end up getting the zone and then something them out. But a little bit of an early armor pop coming on the side of Delta, but he makes up for it with a bomb pick. So good job on him. And now West Broadway is put back into another corner once again with these short range weapons coming outside of Red Sun and being aggressive, just sharking as we speak. Vertigo able to come out of this alive, though. What a nice splash wall! Holy
Man
crap.
just gets a pick and jumps out. And we're seeing a completely different game pretty much coming from Red Sun. We see them losing some 1v1s against, WPG, and now we're seeing them play a completely different game. And we're going to play with our specials instead. And you can't do nothing against that. And they're going to get 2 picks here with a flank from Vertigo. This is going to be the KO coming here. Soon talks left and left with that Booyah Bomb. Going to drop it down, but it's not going to get picked, but it's not going to do much else. And that is the KO. Red Sun up 3-0 now in this series. And WBG is really, really gasping at the air right now.
Oh my God, Red Sun just showing they are trained assassins. And you know what assassins wield 2 blades. Not only is Red Sun aggressive, but they can also special spam and just take games, showing that they have more than 1 skill.
My goodness, guys, it feels like Red Sun are unstoppable right now. West Broadway, I mean, they're getting the leads, they're getting the chances, but man, oh man, it's not panning out. They're getting slight leads, as you guys said earlier, but man, in this last tower control game and now the spot zone games, they're not able to hold on and they're not able to get back in when they lose the lead. And it feels close, but it feels like Red Sun just has the upper hand today.
Yeah, definitely. And, like I was saying there, we saw, we saw the WG. They were starting with 1v1. They're starting to become more aggressive. And as soon as that happened midway through the game, Red Sun flip switch. They were like, okay, well, they're killing us. What if we just use our specials? And we saw multiple times there. That's what they did. They just used bombers to cap zone. They used curling wars to cap zone. They used their own special to destroy the special of West Broadway. Kills don't matter if you don't keep the zone, and that's what pretty much Red Sun abused.
Yeah, indeed. They just outplayed them there pretty much.
Yeah, it seems like the team coordination, the specials are there. I do have some good news, maybe. Perhaps for West Broadway Grillers. Finally, after 3 games, they have snuck in Devi for game number 4 in this best of 7. Maybe that's enough to get momentum and win 4 straight and do this crazy reverse sweep. I don't know why Devi hasn't been playing. Maybe that was a certain strategy thing. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Probably connection issue on her side. Maybe she just got it fixed. Maybe we'll see.
Possibly. I wouldn't think, WG would run a strategy without Devi on purpose. Just, it's their Hydra. They're basically their backbone of their team. I don't think they would on purpose, run without her. But, who knows? Maybe they did. But now that they do have her, this might help them possibly make this closer. But the thing is, I feel like it's too late. They could take a game or 2, but here's the release thing, right? WG needs to win 4 in a row.
Maybe that's why they're doing it though. They're building up the storyline.
The story. You sound like Zach.
I sound like Zach.
Exactly.
Well, we are ready for game number 4. Let's see if West Broadway with Devi can get something going. It is a best of 7. They're going to need the miracle 4 in a row. We have not seen it yet, but you never know. It is possible. Let's jump into game number 4 and see if they can give us at least one more game here.
Here we go. Clan Blitz, Anchovy, an infamous map. If you get one side in that office, you just push. And looking at both of these team comps, we see pretty much same stuff coming out from Red Sun. We see that V10 not coming out from Vertigo, though. And inside WBG, we see the famous Devi Hydra. And coming out with the Toxic Rapid and the Splash indication that we've seen earlier as well. Devi staying over this life side. And already one pick coming from Devi. And, this already might be working here, Stormy. But, as I said, though, there is actually 2 down inside of Red Sun. And the WG already with mid control.
Indeed. And the thing is with this map specifically is that...
Right, I believe that we have Stormy dead on the mic for 1 second. So as that happens, I will be commentating on my own. And we see Carl here with this Bombers at the ready, though. Is going to back up to make a power come and throw that down for their teammates as Devi does go down somewhere around that right side. And Carl, you have to see this power come. Rest is just going to go down and decides to save it and back up. And now Carl going to throw it back once again. And right now, WBG, they do have specials. They do have mid control, but Reggie just holding on. They're like, let's just let us come to us and we'll just win our fights. And, WBG's been too scared. As I said, though, they do get the pick on Admir, which is pretty big right now. They might be opting to push up on this left side. Instead, though, Gem going to go up to the right. They're trying to get up that wall. They do get the pick down onto Delta. And this is going to be 2 power comes going in for WBG. As Vertigo and Beam are on the complete other side of this push. We're coming out with these bubbles.
Nice defense.
Nice defense here. Yeah, shutting it down just at 60. Beam's still going to go down, though. They have to make Devi back up here, and they do. But, push 60, not too bad. But, Stormy, this is definitely something that can change in just 2 seconds.
Yeah, indeed, and especially with Devi and the Hydra, it's making it a lot better for them. I was trying to say this earlier, but Discord's amazing. But I was going to say the thing is with this map specifically on Anchovy Clams is that people always think, oh, let's push from one side. No, you have to push from both sides, and it just seems that West Broadway has the capability to do that, especially with this Hydra here. Hydra can basically take on a 1v3 if they wanted to, especially if they're good at it.
Yeah, and we see again just Red Sun not really being able to get back to the mid. I say that though, they just pressed completely the push coming from the side of Red Sun here. And Beam, you're actually dying to that mine there. Lucky him not going down there. Gonna get some help from Admi here to gate down that Rapid here. And finally, this might be a push coming down from Red Sun. They do have 24 clams ready. Ancients are ready as well. They gotta be careful when using that Ancient because we all know that Hydra will sit there and see, oh, that's an Ancient in here. Durr.
Exactly, and it just seems like Red Sun is trying to get a position to push it, but not able to because the defense right now on West Broadway is playing really good. But like I said before, you don't often play defensive because as soon as they don't give Red Sun a footing, and it seems like if they are able to kill Beam here, which they just did, they need to set up for our own push of their own. Set up for a push now maybe, and see if they can take advantage of it.
Yeah, they did lose a couple of power clams there, which is unfortunate. They were able to keep one, though, and maybe some sort of mid-control. But Amir is going to get dropped down on without any of his teammates' help. And right now, WG playing more as a team. They are playing hard defense right now. They're like, we don't got... If they're going to defense, Devi just getting a nice pick on Vertigo with the edge of her range. And we actually might be seeing WG try to make another push here. They do have pretty much, kind of some picks on Red Sun right now. They have 16 clams, they're ready. They don't really have a lot of specials. Trade coming in between Splash and the Junior. We might be seeing Gem trying to go in here. Does get the clam in. Isn't going to need it, though. That is actually 3 down on the side of WBG. And this actually might come back to haunt them. You just gave an extra pity now to Red Sun and Stormy. If, Red Sun can just get in here and get the picks they need and make a push themselves, they're going to have a lot of clams for it.
Yeah, indeed, but the main factor that's stopping Red Sun from really getting in there is Devi. Devi is just being a menace on the Hydra, just sitting in all spots. So what Red Sun needs to do is take out everyone else and leave Devi isolated, so they can't do anything. But they do take a final pick on Devi, so they might be able to get a push in here unless when their team of West Broadway just clutches up.
Yeah, right now, Beam would have to drop there. Just Carly and Tox are trying to hold as much as they can. Vertigo, man, one clam though. Gonna get Beam, gonna jump in with another clam here. Gonna get that, and it's down to 60. Amir's gotta come in here with another bunch of clams here in this bubble. He's gonna use those bubbles to throw as much clams as he can. He's gonna get it down to 42. So, maybe not a push that was as big as Wrestling Hope, Stormy, but definitely a big one anyway. Gonna get them the lead, but this can actually be reversed really easily. As we see, there's not much penalty on the side of WBG.
Yeah, exactly, and Red Sun needs to be really, really, really careful here and probably not go down to David or no one else on the side of, or maybe not go down to this Rapid. He has baller in, so maybe they could do a sneaky baller push. So they gotta be a watcher for that. Everything is just not on the field, Red Sun. As the tank goes down, this could be trouble.
The baller just came out like you said, but he's gonna have to blow up early as it does get pretty much canceled. Let's go, that bombers and that armor coming out. They're gonna be able to get big on Amir. They're gonna go in this power clam. Just to get the rest of the clam.
But he missed!
The power clam! They do another one in though. And
got it!
The power clam and they get the lead. Just clutched it out in the end. They nearly choked that.
Yeah, they did nearly choke that. I was so scared. I was like, no, don't miss Devi. Devi missed that power clam. She's probably beating herself in the VC right now, but Devi just coming in, taking charge with the team and just showing out and showing why she is such an amazing factor to have in West Broadway.
We got a series on hand, guys. A close one there. I almost had a heart attack. I mean, watching this replay back, it was intense. The fact that Devi misses this throw, I thought was literally going to cost them this entire series a chance to get us to Game 5. Luckily, they got it back and another power clam in just in time, though. That was pretty scary, guys.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about there, right? They were going to plan to get the power clam in and just throw clams, and they had a lot of clams on them. And when Devi missed that, they knew they couldn't just run into the two people from Red Sun. They just made a smart play there. both the players had like around 9 clams, 8 clams. They grabbed some clams themselves and made 2 powers to take that lead in the end. And, they didn't even need that power clam that Devi missed. They just clutched up.
And the just big brain plays coming out inside of West Broadway. Maybe they can take his momentum and come back in the series. Now, what I think Red Sun needs to do, have their foot on their throats. Now you just got to kill them. You have to kill them right here. Do not give them any momentum here at all. And I think the way they do that is by maybe putting Tina back in to go on the flanks and maybe take out Devi when she's not paying attention.
Yeah,
for sure.
Interesting. I mean, Devi coming in there for West Broadway definitely seemed to boost the team's momentum, seemed to give them that backline presence that they needed there. You guys talked about it all throughout the match. It was just she was covering areas left and right, both on defense and on the pushes there. So congrats to Devi. West Broadway look a lot better with them, with Devi for game number 4. Let's see if they can pull it off for game number 5. We are going to Wahoo World here. And it looks like they're not bringing in Tina on Red Sun, and West Broadway is bringing in Ninga. So what do you guys think about that?
Ooh, I haven't seen Ninga. I don't know what. I think Ninga is more of a midline player, so maybe I expect to see maybe a 4 as a K Pro or something. So we'll just see what he brings out.
Yeah, I do believe. Who did he going for, Nin? Who did he going for?
What map and mode?
No. Who is like Nin subbing in for?
Let's see. Sam and Carly are still there, so that would have been Toxic, I believe.
Right.
Right.
I do believe Ninga is a CDS player, so we might be seeing pretty much a CDS coming out here with that Hydra, and then of course the usual weapons that Sam and Carly were playing. But it's definitely going to be interesting, and just Devi on that Hydra, Resin's got to stop that, because if they let WG get momentum and let Devi keep doing what she's doing, they might have a issue on their hands right here. But if they can shut it out this game and just shut out Devi, then they can take the win, no problem.
Yeah, it's going to be, I feel like, a completely different Splat Zone game from the first time now that they have Devi and Ninga coming in. It seemed like Red Sun won that first Splat Zone games with a lot of special usage. Maybe with that, further backline from West Broadway this time around with Devi, more paint control, they can get something done here and take us to a game number 6. We are ready for it. So Splat Zone's Wahoo World. Right now, Red Sun could close out this series with one more win. This is just a best of 7. West Broadway Grillers keeping the miracle run alive with another win here. Let's see if they can pull it off.
All right, we're going into Splat Zone's Wahoo World. This is a map where I talked about where Hydra is really, really strong. So definitely an advantage here for West Broadway Grillers. As I said, we do see that CDS coming out from Ninga. And meanwhile, on the side of Red Sun, we see the same weapons coming out. We see Amir still on that mini, maybe for more paint. But looking at this comp story coming from Red Sun, there is a real lack of aggression. And
just, I don't know how I feel about Red Sun's comp. Like, once again, I talked about it first on Super Villain. They have short range, but here specifically, I don't think it's going to work out here. But I could be wrong. Maybe they can use it to utilize their advantage. They got to find a way to take out Devi. They still they might have opportunity to do that and do so, but they are going down as we speak, and with Robert is going to cap zone.
Radio wipe onto the side of Red Sun as WG is going to take control of this game at the beginning. And, this short range comp, like, if they got missiles, they got to use it on Devi. Like, Amir right now has got to focus those missiles on Devi and help his team get back in. As they got no specials right now, so you get 3 specials ready. Missiles do come out as Amir looking for people to miss. So he's going to missile 3 people, I believe, in the zone. Their armor does come out as well from Red Sun. But this bomb rush coming out from Carly is actually going to suppress the members of Red Sun back. And Red Sun, with that armor, is not even going to be able to get close to the zone. As I said, though, you get the bubbles in there. Vertigo, you get a try to complain, but Delta went down. And WG is just going to keep this zone. Bombers coming out from the side of Red Sun, but that's not going to do much either. They are really discoordinating right now, using specials at random moments and not coordinating anything at all.
Yeah, it's what I'm talking about. I don't think this comp would be good. It just seems like West Broadway has the way better comp. Squeer, CDS, Hydra, and then a Splash that goes all in. This is going to be a lot of problems for Red Sun, and they just might also get ready for the next game, because we're going to see a game 5, game 6.
Yeah, we're going straight to Game 6. WBG already taking the fifth game here, making this set 3-2. And Red Sun right now, what are y'all doing?
Oh man, it's just. Man, it was so deadly. It was just overall coordination on the side of West Broadway. Carly getting 6 splats in that short amount of time, just going off.
Guys,
Yeah,
it's
for
happening.
sure.
It's happening. We got the potential. We're 2 games away from a reverse sweep and a best of 7. Obviously, a long ways to go, but West Broadway Grillers and Red Sun have almost flopped within these last 2 games. I mean, all of a sudden, Red Sun looks lost. What is going on? Is it just that team comp picks, or are they getting a little too cocky now, maybe?
I don't know. At that game there, it wasn't only even team comps. They just didn't have any special coordination. We saw Amir pop missiles, but they popped missiles armor. Bombers coming out from WBG pretty much stalls that completely. Vertical and Delta's going for zone. Where is Beam and Amir when Vertigo and Delta going for zone? They ain't focusing on the same things. And as soon as Vertigo and Delta go down, that's when Beam decides to pop Bomb Rush. And, it's a mess. There is no coordination there. You can't pop something when your teammates go down. Your special's going to get outpainted. It's going to get counted. They're going to look at you then and kill you.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
Red Sun right now, honestly, they got to do what I was talking about WBG like back in when they were down 2 games. Red Sun is up a game right now, but even then they got a mental reset. They got to think, all right, we just kind of, forgot everything about basic competitive Splatoon the last 2 games. Let's just fix that. Come back and hit hard. Let's play like we played those 3 games we won. Because that's right now what Red Sun needs to do. Because if they let WBG win this next game, they might not be able to come back for Game 7.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting. Both teams continually swapping out players. This is really interesting. I don't understand this decision quite so much. But for the Red Sun, Tina is coming back in. But for West Broadway Grillers, Toxic is coming back in and Devi is going out. So not sure what strategy this is, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Devi's won 2 games in a row, and then I don't know, maybe, as you guys said, maybe it's connection issues or something, but yeah, it's seemingly interesting that these teams continually are swapping out players throughout this series.
I mean, Red Sun, we've expected it. We've seen them do it a lot, swapping out Tina and Vertigo, maybe for different map modes is something they might have planned before the set, but with WBG, it really seems like, why would you swap out Devi with these past 2 games? She has been enabling your team so well, and I'll be honest, if WBG loses this game, that's karma.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get that. I'm assuming Toxic's going to come in for this tower control game and play the blaster as Toxic usually does. So I get that piece, but I don't understand, why aren't you subbing out a different player and why are you taking out Devi, who is, as you guys said, really turned the momentum of this series? A little bit of a head scratcher to me.
Yeah, and I feel like Hydra on Piranha Pit TC here would have definitely put a lot of pressure on defense, and especially on offense as well, could be a really good tower rider. But now with Devi out, expecting a no back come from WBG, Admir's going to be celebrating. He's like, wait, I can jet without a Hydra shredding me? Yo, let's go.
Oh, God.
And that man is celebrating right now because if WBG can't shut him down, he's just going to inch it all over that top right.
Well, we are ready for game number 6. Let's see if West Broadway Grillers can keep up the magic. Will Red Sun finally close out this series? We are jumping straight into game number 6.
All right, and now TC Piranha Pit, we're looking at both of these comps. On the side of Red Sun, we see that Zekon out from Delta, Tina on the dodge of Bow, Beam on the K shot, usual stuff. Emir on the knot as well. On the side of WBG, we have that C-Jet coming out from Sam, I believe. So they're opting to go with the rain spam over the Hydra. You also no armor, which is a very important thing that you pointed out, Stormy. And what do you think of these comps already? Right now we do see Toxic. Actually, already WBG already getting past that first checkpoint. Tina just missiling him mid is going to get taken out. Punch for that. Right now, WBG is just snowballing. They're just proving a point here that they do not need Devi, as though some picks may be coming from West Sun, but even then, just WBG is just snowballing. There's zero coordination on the side of Red Sun right now. They are just going in. They are dying.
They do get 2.
well, they do get 2 here. Finally, they do stop the push, and right now, Scarlet, they're going to get 1, going to get 2. And Red Sun right now is just really, really lost. They seem to be complete and coordinated here. Instead, though, maybe Teen able to get a pick on the CJ. Let's get a pick on the CJ right now. And finally, maybe some breathing room for Red Sun to maybe, push back and start playing like they played the last 3 games, because they really got to recollect themselves here, Stormy.
Yeah, they really do. And that could have been worse. That could have ended worse. It is a blessing they were able to get 2 picks out of random, because that could have straight up been a KO. So,
yeah,
it's reset here. On the way to push here, they're starting to push. Armor's going to get popped, and then, Amber's going to jet. And here it is right now.
Yeah, Amir with this jet here, maybe looking for a sharp. Might be able to get the raid there, but isn't going to be able to get just in time. Just Sam staying in that spawn. He's going like, nah, I ain't dying with this. And he's going to now pop it onto Red Sun, and this is going to be really hard for them to make sure not to die to it. None of them go down, but that definitely suppressed their push a little bit. Toxic going down in the rapid, though, right now. Just the WBG trying to hold as best they can, but Beam gonna get a pick there onto Carly, and we might be seeing Red Sun getting revenge onto WBG. They going, you for real thought, and they're gonna get the lead here. And Toxic, maybe they'll flip it on that brush, but they're gonna back up, and Red Sun right now just going for as many points as they can. They're putting a statement down on WBG. Delta going down to, I believe Carly there was, and now HJ gonna go down. Last one left is the brush on the side of Red Sun here, who's gonna just do brush things and kind of dilly-dally around. Gonna jump out here, but Red Sun just punching right back at WBG there, Stormy.
Yeah, indeed. And now it's going to be really hard for West Broadway to come back in, because as we caught out earlier, they don't have an armor user on the side of West Broadway, and they kind of need the armor to, win these fights, especially against Red Sun. I mean, have you seen Red Sun? You can't tell me you don't need armor to beat them. Let's just be 100% honest here. And it's costing them right now, as they're just going in and finding picks, and West Broadway probably needs to utilize that jet more, maybe utilize this rapping more, maybe take out their armor and stuff. So, but they just have to push back in. They don't have enough aggression, I feel. like the custom jet and the rapid just don't go well together.
Yeah, I mean, they could go well together for chip damage. They're not really abusing that right now. Tosh, with that ball is going to get taken out by Red Sun. And Red Sun, they're playing mad right now. You can tell they're going all out. They were like, okay, we dropped the last 2 games. We gave you some false hope. We about to change everything again. And Admir on that big catch is going to get some nice picks there. And already with the raid, once again coming out from Sam, maybe looking for a pick. You're not going to find any. 3-3 situation, 2v2 situation here. Delta just strafing around on that tower. He is just getting the points. Nearly got the checkpoint there. Wasn't able to clutch down in the end. Admir going to back up. And I believe, actually, Beam going to abuse that. B going to jump in there. Going to get taken out. But definitely put a scare there into WBG. And 2 down. Now on the side of Red Sun. But Admir going to get a pick.
2 bomb picks. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. 2 bomb picks. Holy crap. There goes all the West Broadway's momentum. And now they're gonna push back up. He has jet. They're probably gonna let the KO here. And this is gonna be really hard for West Broadway to come back from. They don't have a Ray. They're nowhere near close to Ray. And this is gonna be a problematic if Sam goes down here. There he goes.
Sam does go down, although they do get the rest of Admir. Admir is going like, y'all should have chosen that Hydra, because he has free reign all over this map right now. He is putting the work in to take out everyone WBG. Toxo's got on this rapid. Maybe trying to look find something. Team just going to drop it, and Team now going to run away because they don't want to deal with that baller there. And final opportunity now for WBG as 3-2 situation with the other 2 coming out from spawn. Beam just going to get on the tower, kill the one on the tower, and that is it. Red Sun taking your first semifinal set 4-2 against West Broadway Grillers, and it's going to be your first team going to grand finals.
And just Red Sun just came out, took full advantage of the fact that he didn't have Devi out there. Admir specifically, look at this. Imagine if they had Devi. Imagine Admir's KA being reduced by half. That's what they needed, sadly. But congratulations to Red Sun. They are going to our Walk the Plate grand finals.
Yeah, good games to both teams. West Broadway came out with a banger there in game number 6. I thought they could have it. They were on their way to a reverse sweep, but Red Sun shutting it down, pointing that tower the other direction, pushing almost to a KO even at certain points. And Red Sun putting that final stamp down after West Broadway had a footing back into the series. They had the momentum. And I think we're all left with the question, guys. Why, what happened to Devi? Well, I mean, is there any logical reason to sub out Devi unless it was truly internet or connectivity issues?
I'm hoping that. No.
Like,
I'm trying to be.
I got respect for WBG. Good team. They've been around for a long time. I feel like they've been around longer than I've been a competitive player myself. But that pick to decide to sub out Devi on Piranha Pit TC on a map where Admir needed to be shut down because of just AJ being that good on that map was not the smart play, because those Rays did not do much for them in the end.
Yeah, it did. I'm a little bit nicer because, I'm a West Broadway fanboy, because that's what I do. But I can't argue there. I do question why Devi wasn't playing, because as far as my experience going against West Broadway, what makes them a hard team to beat is Devi herself. Not saying that everyone else on the team isn't good, but Devi just does so much. Like, that her presence alone is just a really good factor, and I really felt they should have used her that entire set. If they used her that entire set, the tides would have been turned. And like you said, IPS earlier, you said it was already too late. I mean, it wasn't too late. They just subbed her out, and why?
I don't know. She did say you guys don't understand. LOL. Believe me on this. No more information there, so it's hard to say. I guess. What it was,
Debbie will take. They will take your word, but personally, I do not agree with the decision. Y'all, you should have played more. That's
we'll take Debbie's word. I mean, I trust her. She's a respectable person, but I mean, as a spectator, us, we don't know what's going on with the team. All we see is West Broadway, 2 wins with Debbie, 4 losses without Debbie. I mean, the stats are there
Yeah, that's all we see. So obviously no offense to West Broadway. We're just spectators here adding our input. So
yeah.
But either way, right? Looking at what West Broadway did those 2 games, they put up a fight at least onto Red Sun. Even the start of that final game there, the beginning was looking heavily favored for West Broadway, but eventually Red Sun was like, hold up, what are we doing? And then they pretty much just went back to what they were doing the first 3 games. And finally, when Admir was able to get set up with armor and his teammates were taking care of everything else, he just jetted and he just went ham onto West Broadway. But in the end, we got a good set out of this.
Yeah, it was a great set. Good games by both teams. And if you remember, this series started off with a 1-point differential on Rainmaker on Starfish main stage. If West Broadway would have won that, the momentum could have changed from the beginning. This series could have been totally different, or we may have seen at least a Game 7 because of that, a 1-point win. Sure. So, it's small things in the series. It's these small decisions. Respect to West Broadway and Devi. They had a game plan. It didn't pay off. And congrats to Red Sun. They are moving on to our finals. We will see them again. We are going to take a couple-minute break, though, because now we have to see who else goes into the finals. It is going to be Xylo taking on Symphony in just a few minutes. We'll see you guys on the other side of the break for more Splatoon 2 playoff